Hey, I want to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you want to apply to be a guest in the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I'm in downtown Los Angeles, and we're at the WEConnect LA event put on by James and Jessica. And let me tell you, we've had some amazing speakers. It's been an amazing event, and I was able to grab one of the speakers before they go on stage next, Towanna Jackson. Tawanna, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about here today. So WEConnect LA, we got to talk about some of the markets you're working on. I know I had your other half on the show too, so we're having all kinds of fun.
Yes, we are.
I want to start with your side of the story of how you met and how you connected with WEConnect LA. Where'd that start from?
So LaShawn got me to listen to Clubhouse during COVID.
Yeah.
And I was like, what else are we going to do? So we were
Clubhouse
sitting there.
was big during COVID.
Yeah, Clubhouse was big. So many different rooms to go in. And we're sliding through these rooms. And it was this guy that had a New York accent on. And that was James. And I was like, hold on, who is that? And we went into his room, and he was just spitting just like game on real estate. And he said he called himself the Zillow Killer.
The Zillow Killer.
And I was like, dang, I like
That's
him.
A good name,
I like him. And we listened to him. We would listen to him on Clubhouse. And then when it was time for us to, she was like, we need a coach. I'm like, why? We're doing fine. But she always pushes us to do better. And she was like, I wonder if the Zillow Killer is available.
Whoa.
And I was like, girl, he's not going to coach us. He's all the way in New York. And she reached out, and he did.
Wow. Yeah. So had you ever done, I'm curious on your end, have you ever done like a coaching or had a kind of coaching relationship in the past just in general?
Yes. He would have been our second coach. We had a productivity coach. And she kind of begged us into getting coaching. And I was like, I don't need a coach. I don't even know what a coach does. I know how to sell real estate. You don't sell real estate, you know. Yeah. And it was that kind of thing. And she was like, well, let me coach you for free. And I said, well, okay, coach me for free. And then I realized, I was like, dang, this coaching stuff might work, LaShawn.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it started working. And we had to stop, because that's how business is, right? You just got to say so much business. Something has to fall off the plate. Yeah. And we kind of pushed coaching to the side because we were trying to build so much. And it was time to find another coach. I was like, maybe if we want to go to the next step, we should get another coach.
Interesting. Yeah. And so in retrospect, and the reason I asked this question, by the way, is because a lot of people, maybe they've considered coaching, they haven't done it. And there's people that are like, they're still doing it. And they're watching this right now and they're like, I don't need a coach. Or why? Like, what would a coach do for me? If you were to go back and be able to have that conversation with you, like when you were just getting started, and say like, look, Tawanna, this is why you need a coach, what would you tell yourself? What would be that sit down you'd have?
I would sit that fire agent down that I was.
I didn't say you weren't a fire agent. I just said,
okay, but that's how I would say, because I
knew
have to
how to
sit
sell
it down.
real estate. I got it. All right, everybody, she knew how to sell real estate.
I got it.
What else?
So I would sit that realtor down, and I say, Tawanna, the reason you need a coach is because you could avoid some of those pitfalls that you're going to run into. The reason you need a coach is because they're going to keep you focused on your business. And I think if I would have stayed with coaching the entire time, that we would be a lot further. And we're pretty far now. So
wow, that's amazing. So now in retrospect, like you have roughly how many agents nationwide? Just roughly.
Roughly, we have about 75-ish, I believe. Yeah. No, I think we're at 80 agents now. We might be at 80 because we got 70 in Detroit and 12 in Houston.
Now, and I know some of what you're going to be talking about today, and you'll both be speaking about, is going to be scaling and specifically like technology and otherwise. Like, give us a little bit of a flavor of what's going to take place. So
what I'm going to talk about today, we're going to talk about some of the growing pains that we experience. Because when you go from an organization of 2, which what LaShawn and I was.
So 2 fire agents. I got
2 fire agents, 2 beautiful, dope aunties, if you're looking for us. So 2 fire agents, and we went from just us 2 to opening our life, our business to other people and giving up a lot of the control, right? So that was difficult at first, just for us to even say, hey, we're going to do this team thing.
Yeah.
LaShawn and I ran it. We were team Peterson-Jackson for years. So then we said, okay, we have to.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have a choice. We have to get a team at this point
Yeah.
because I'm losing all these leads that
Wow.
I had like cracked the code on how to get all these leads.
You've been like, you had a name, you had like people knew who you were, like.
Not really.
Oh, really?
To start it out, all I did was jump on Facebook.
Oh, wow. So you found your...
Yeah, and it wasn't even... so I figured I knew one thing. So LaShawn and I got married in 2016. The reason we got married is because I was a dope woman who jumped in inboxes. No, I jumped in hers.
Oh, snap.
So I'm like, dang, if I could find a wife on social media...
I can
sell a house.
Dang.
So Facebook was the thing.
Wow.
And we sold a lot of houses just using that one platform.
That's amazing.
And I said, okay, so that's one platform. There are a whole bunch of other platforms out here. So can I sell a house on Instagram? What about TikTok? Pinterest?
Yeah.
And so we just started tapping into other things. And then we came up with all these systems. LaShawn has a great IT background. And she was able to take all of the natural sales and everything about an agent.
So all the ideas, all of the stuff, and package it.
And package it.
Yeah.
And every year it was just better and better and better. And that's how we grew.
And so now we're recording this in 2026. We're in February. Talk to me a little bit about some of the vision for what's going to happen next and what's going to happen for the team going forward.
So going forward, we're going to, of course, embrace more AI. Hey, Meta, record. So I'm going to do a point of view with my team of being
I like
on
this. I'm going to ask the question again. We're not editing this, by the way. So
go ahead.
So let me ask you the question again. So going forward, what's some of the vision for the team? Like, what do you see coming next?
So next for our team, we're going to use it. So thank God LaShawn has gotten us on all these beautiful systems. One thing when you get on systems and you can see where your business is going, you can assign numbers to everything. So we can figure things out. So we can figure out on our team how many conversations we have to have in order to create an appointment. So now I can coach my team better. Yeah. Now coming into the door, hey, call 10 people.
You have the data.
You have the data.
Yeah. And I feel like for the team, the confidence behind that data, right? Because you're showing them. It's not just somebody's opinion. Like I know one of your teams in Detroit, and in Detroit, you gotta prove it to me. Like
you gotta show me.
You gotta show me. This is show me city for sure. So like you can show them, right? Like
I can actually pull it out, open it up, and they can see the dashboard of how many conversations equal how many appointments. How many appointments get you how many showing homes? You know, how many showing homes are going to get you to a closed contract?
And then what that money looks like, right?
And what that money looks like.
Ultimately, that's the end game. Of course, to help the client to serve, that's a component of it, but it's not easy. It's not an easy business. So there's got to be a reward at the end too.
Absolutely. And then they know what I give you a roadmap when you're coming in, so you know you're going to have these conversations, right? So now we can work on our skill and our conversation building.
Yeah.
Because I need to have 3,000 conversations this year if I want to make 150,000.
Yeah.
So we put it on that level. So okay, well, how many? If I have to have 3,000, how many is that a week? How many is that a day? How many times do I have to call a person in an hour? So now I can set up my day as a real estate agent. You know what you should be doing. I got to do at least 5 calls in the morning. Then I got to do 5 follow-ups at night.
Dang. You know what you sound like?
What?
My podcast schedule. I'll do between 1,500 and 2,000 interviews this year.
Yes.
So that's exactly what I do. I'm like, I have a big chart. That's my metric.
Yes.
So it's not homes sold in this case. I mean, it could be. Hey, you want to buy some homes from me? Okay. But like, I don't sell them. So we're going to go. I was going to say, I don't sell them. I'm not licensed. So I don't think I can actually do that. But we got a team over here that can.
Yes.
So I know you're one of the next speakers. So I know you got to go. But last thing I want you to do, I want you to look into the camera. How can people follow up? How can they connect?
So you can find me at Towanna Peterson-Jackson, of course, on Facebook, and Towanna Peterson-Jackson. Instagram too. I'm there too. TikTok. Yeah. just Towanna Peterson-Jackson. Google me, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. For everybody listening, just so you know, we'll put some links in the show notes so you can just click on the links and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Towanna, man, wishing you much more continued success.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for bringing the Jordans onto the show.
Y'all got that? Bow.